motorbike drivers, and they ended up pulling over and touching the girls inappropriately, usually after a night out.
And a few weeks ago where we were getting into a car and he tried taking us somewhere else.
In Colombia, they say no dar papaya.
So she stole that from your wallet?
Yes.
When you were drunk?
They try to sell you some sex girls and whatever.
So from 2000 came down to like 400 rupees.
By a tuk-tuk driver, so he just overcharged me.
That's normal.
People have tried to, but you kind of just, before we go somewhere, we check like on Google what is the most common ones to not happen. But it happened a few weeks ago where we were getting into a car and he tried taking us somewhere else first so he could get us into a shop and not let us leave until we pay. And then I realised when we were getting in and we were like, nope. So other than that, not really. We've been quite lucky, I think.
Yeah, they try to scam you everywhere. Yeah, they drive around and want to get you massages and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, they try to sell you some sex girls and whatever. But I'm not into this, and a scam, it depends.
Oh.
If you, for me, a scam, if I pay 500,000 more for the scooter for a month, bro, that's $20. I mean,
It's not a big
come
deal.
on, I don't care. It's not a scam. Or,
Have you ever got scammed? Sri Lanka or here?
I'd say the biggest scam, probably most places in South and Southeast Asia, is transportation, like taxis, tuk-tuks, that type of stuff. I think just about every Southeast and South Asian country I've been to, it's been transportations for scams. Like they'll try to take you somewhere else you don't want to go, or overcharge you, or you have accommodation booked and they're like, well, you can stay here because it's a family or mafia thing. And you're like, well, no.
Do you think the Grab app, so like local Uber, solves everything, all of those problems when you, let's say, try to use app everywhere or not? Or even then you can get scammed somehow?
I did have women that had bad experiences in Bali, not with scams, but with male drivers being inappropriate. So saying it works everywhere with the knowledge that I have with that is quite hard, because it's not. So if that can happen, I'm sure that scams would be possible.
So where did that happen?
In Bali.
In Bali?
In Canggu area.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's happened. It's happened to a couple girls that I knew, and it is. I'm sure that there's news about it.
Can you share details for somebody? Maybe it could be useful.
Right.
What to avoid, what not to do.
So it was, in the instances that I heard about, it was all motorbike drivers, and they ended up pulling over and touching the girls inappropriately, usually after a night out, which in Canggu is really easy to find people that have been heavily drinking, or all of the girls that I knew were safe. I'd heard stories. I don't want to speak on that because that's hearsay. I'm not sure. All the girls were okay, just very alarmed by the end of it, and not something that you would expect from an app like Grab with drivers.
In my life in India, yeah, that's happened quite a few times.
Tell me something more about the most interesting cases.
A few of my friends who had come from outside India, they were visiting somewhere in India.
Yep.
So they just went and asked an auto driver how much from like point A to point B, which is like maybe like 5 kilometers. And the usual rate is around 120 rupees. They've gone and asked. He told them, 2,000 rupees, discount for you.
I think taxi scams are the most common everywhere.
I'm standing right behind them, and I'm just waiting. I'm like, I've gone and asked. He's asking me, sir, you're also foreigner. I'm like, I just told yes, sir. I'm like, yeah, first time in Bangalore. Okay, sir, 1,750. I start speaking the local language. Sir, I've told that first, sir. So from 2,000 came down to like 400 rupees. If you go in Bangalore like these, the people will approach you, you want party, girls, this thing. I've heard of scams like that. I've not been scammed like that. So they'll tell you, there's a party here, come, there are girls. They'll take you in and they'll tell you, everything is cheap. But once you get the bill, they just like surcharge everything and they like send you with a hiked up bill.
Yeah, it was all my fault. I mean, I had like a bunch of cash, so like in my wallet, and we were drinking. So I was at the club, so and it was with like girls, but like she took some money out of my. It was about like.
So she stole that from your wallet?
Yes.
When you were drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
Like not super drunk, but like my wallet just happened to be right there. So like, and of course like
Yeah,
also like a
my
tuk-tuk.
pro tip, I like always buy shirts with,
Like zipper.
Yeah, zippers, yeah.
And of course, like a tuk-tuk, when I first got to Thailand, like, I really didn't know too much. Like, I got scammed by a tuk-tuk driver, so he just overcharged me.
Oh,
So-
that's normal.
I know he was just hustling, so I don't take it personally. He just try to make his living. But I pay almost 2,000 baht, which which
Yeah,
was
so
supposed to be
probably
like
10
two-
times more than you
Exact.
should.
Yeah, so yeah, I learned my lesson, but you know, it happens sometimes.
Hacking, I heard that people can steal debit card numbers and stuff by scanning. There's also a scrambler that can hack. There's different ways. That's why it's important to use a VPN. If you don't have a VPN, I don't know what you're doing. If you're a traveler and you're not using a VPN, you're crazy. Number one rule as a traveler, and I've learned this because I went through the motions, always blend in with the locals. If you could blend in with the locals and you don't stand out, in Colombia they say no dar papaya. Don't give them a reason to rob you. Don't give them a reason to rough you up. No dar papaya. Don't wear fancy shit when you're walking
No
around.
Rolex on your head.
Yeah, or any chains or whatever, like had Louis Vuitton. But just all that shit is bullshit when you're traveling. No one cares. Practicality over luxury all day, you know? So that's what I would say. Blend in with the locals and you're not going to get scammed. And travel with a buddy if you're scared of being a solo traveler.
Really important. If you enjoyed watching that video, please leave a like, leave a sub down below, and also leave a comment. Thanks a lot.